Are we on?
Yes.
Okay. Hello and welcome to That's What I Heard. Today on the pod, Year in Review 2023. Hit the music, babe.
Here we go. Let's get these questions from the DMs.
Yep.
All right, well, that's what I heard. So what do you want me to tell you?
All right. So we are in the studio. I'm wearing headphones for the first time. It has a Sweaty Balls NPR energy. My co-host Sebastian has fallen another soldier down. COVID-19 takes another life. He got COVID. Everyone seems to be sick. I myself am recovering from the worst illness of my adult life, I would say.
Yeah.
I got streptococci. Streptococci virus.
Is that the official term for
I
it?
think so. Strep throat, everybody. You thought it couldn't have, you think it can't happen to you. And so we went to the Knicks game last Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I snuck away to thank you for the $30 vodka sodas, by the way.
Thank you for the ticket to the game.
Of course, company holiday party.
That's right.
So I snuck into the restroom at one point to take a little toot on the vape. And I felt a little something. So I might have contracted the streptococci in the bathroom at Madison Square Garden, but I don't know.
I mean, let's be honest. That's probably not the worst thing you can get at the bathroom at MSG.
Exactly. So I felt a little tingle start, but I was fine. Next day I had a deadline for something, so I had to get it in. So I just pushed through. Right around 6 p.m., I felt a tingle just spread out in my throat. And within an hour, I was down. I was fever. I was Black Hawk down. And I was in bed for 6 days. I don't remember the last time I was that sick. Even when I had COVID, I was not that sick. So now I just have kind of a congestion and a cold, but.
Strep, it's something that it just takes a while to get over.
Yeah, it was hard to accept, like, when I faked being sick so many times in my life.
Sure.
That it's hard to even believe myself. It's hard to even believe in the integrity of the concept of being sick.
Yeah.
Like, so sick that you can't do things.
Yeah.
So I was canceling day by day. Because remember I texted you, I go, not sure I'm going to be feeling well tomorrow.
Yeah.
It took like 2 days for me to accept that I wasn't faking it.
Mm-hmm.
Because knowing me, I do be faking sick a lot. But it was real.
Well, faking sick is like finally, post-COVID, nobody can call you on it. People are just like, you're sick? Okay, great. Stay home.
Believe
Sorry,
all
hope you feel better.
sickness.
Right, exactly.
You cannot question. Believe all sickness.
Yeah.
And then I was so sick that I was like thinking about how much I love my family. Have you ever been that sick?
Yeah, I have. I've had migraines that have been bad enough that make me think about it. Like, this could be it,
yeah.
you know?
Like, I was so sick that I was texting my friends, like, I miss you. Like,
if I ever get out of this.
Within 1 day of being down, because I had to cancel. It was like it's a big social week. The week, like that big is a big holiday, big social week. I had to cancel a lot of plans. Mm-hmm. Totally exaggerating. Not a lot of plans, like 3 to 4 plans.
Yeah.
But there were things I was looking forward to. And I was just texting, like, I can't believe I'm missing this. Oh my God. Like, I'm so sad. Like, I miss you so much. You know, we don't say it enough, blah, blah, blah.
Was this while you had a fever?
Oh, yeah.
Was this like fever dream Frex?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now guess how many bottles of Robitussin I went through? 6 days.
6 days.
I'll just tell you.
3 full?
3 full.
Wow.
3 full Tussins.
So you still like the liquid Tussin?
I didn't know there was another kind of Tussin, actually.
I think there are like sprays and stuff, but they might not be as good.
They do a spray that like numbs your throat, maybe. Yeah, I didn't really need that.
I needed
to be knocked unconscious.
Right.
I needed a lobotomy.
Yeah.
And then by Friday. Yeah, so Tuesday's the day I really went. No, Tuesday night I went down. By Friday I got to go to the doctor because this is I was accepting, like, okay, this is a real sickness. So I go to some busted ass urgent care on my block. That's like, they don't have a real sign, it's just a banner.
Great.
And it says now medical, NAO.
Yeah.
I don't know what it said. Now medical. So I go in there and I go, this has got to be fake. And of course it was so fake.
Yeah.
The nicest woman in the world at the front desk. Couldn't be nicer. She deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. Everything else that happens after her is so fake. So like this fake girl takes you into a room, and then a real doctor doesn't come in. They go, okay, the woman's going to come up, like the doctor's going to come up on the screen. So you go to a place, they put you in a room, and then you talk to a doctor on a screen. And I was so confused and so truly sick and I could barely talk at that point. And I was so rude to the teledoctor because I was so confused. I feel bad. She's like, any history of, surgery? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
She's like, any history of cancer in your family? Like, my mom has breast cancer. No.
And you're mad because you feel like you got duped. I'm mad
because I'm duped and I'm pissed. And I'm like, I need real medical care. I'm like really sick. And then this random guy comes in. He's wearing scrubs. So, some level of authority. If you just put on a pair of scrubs.
Yeah. And
he starts like taking notes. But anyway, so they gave me the goddamn Z-Pack or whatever. Then I took but I still wasn't better I wasn't really better till Monday. But then once by the time you're sick for that long, I really like the lifestyle.
Of being ill?
Of being ill. And I'm like, I might need to do a few more days.
What do you like about the lifestyle?
Now I'm like now I'm only half back to real life. I'm doing half life now for a while.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, if I want a nap, I'll take one.
Yeah. That's how life should be.
Yeah.
It's very European. Being sick is being European.
Well, it's interesting. Thank you. Yes. It's a siesta.
French. Yeah.
This is a way of life that I could get into where I'm just like, I've had this whole, now this gets into the inner workings of my disturbed psyche, but I've had a knot in my chest for the whole year. Mm-hmm. Some would say, whatever it is, anxiety, blah, blah, blah. Between not drinking coffee, not vaping, not doing social media, and just kind of taking a nap when I want to, I feel amazing. Like the knot is gone.
Yeah.
Now, is it realistic? Can you do that all year round? No coffee. I don't know if I'm going to go back to coffee for a while. Mm-hmm. I had a matcha. You ever had that? Yeah,
I like coffee better, but I know they're in the same ballpark.
Yeah. No vaping, huge.
That might be something you want to give up.
Yeah, not participating in social media except for a loose story here or there. I'll throw a parlay up, but I'm really not like involved. And I go, oh, the relief. Now I'm getting a little panicked because I'm like, okay, I haven't actually posted I haven't posted any content for this show or for my career for over 2 weeks now. Mm-hmm. So that's a little bit of a panicking feeling. Like, I got to put something up. What would Gary Vee say? What would Gary even like what would Sebastian say?
Yeah.
Sebastian, like, you got to be posting.
Yeah.
I got a 4th iced coffee clip coming out today.
Yeah.
You got to be. He posts a clip every day, that man. Those boys work hard.
And he does post a lot of iced coffee clips.
Well, he's doing well. Like, he's going to make money. He's making money.
Yeah.
Now, but I'm panicking. I'm like, because I've had this before where I kind of fall out of love with social media and I don't post. And I go, for the first 2 weeks, I go, oh, this is healthy. Mm-hmm. A little reset, a little cleanse. But if I don't watch it, this could go on 4 months. Because this went on 4 months last year. I did this.
No posting, no anything.
Yeah, it started 2 weeks of like, I'm just going to take a little break. And then 4 months later, I'm like, oh, whoops.
I know, but isn't this the whole like problem with social media? You you take the break, it's bad for you, and then you feel better when you don't do it. And then you get a pit in your stomach that you're not doing it and that your career's dead.
I'm worried. Like when the socials dry up, you're like, am I even relevant? Do I even mean anything?
I know that's the way it is. Life, especially in show business in 2024 it's more like a junkie lifestyle than I think it's ever been before.
It's insane.
It's
so unhealthy, but it's unbelievable that this knot in my chest is gone.
Well,
it's,
you kind of did get some R&R.
Yeah, it felt like genuine. It felt like the first like actual rest I've gotten.
Yeah.
Because while I wasn't the busiest person in America this year,
right?
Let's be honest, I still couldn't even though if my schedule wasn't as busy, I still couldn't truly relax because I'm just like, oh, I got to be doing this, I got to be doing that. I'm drinking iced red eyes, I'm vaping, I'm this, that. I'm like, never put the phone down, responding to strangers 24/7, this, that, the other.
Well, and the phone really fucks up your sleep. I don't know if you feel that way.
Oh. But it's in the night.
Yeah.
I'm in the night on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, the year has come to an end.
That's right.
Oh, first of all, I want to say rest in peace, Kenny DeForest.
Yeah.
Dude, Kenny, really, really nice guy, really funny guy in the New York comedy scene. Well, he's from Chicago guy, but passed away last week. It was very sad. I wasn't like super close with him or anything, but he was one of those guys that everybody knew and just everybody liked.
Yep.
So rest in peace to him. That was really Sad news. Well, I saw that he was an organ donor to like 5 people, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, allegedly saved 5 people with his organs.
Unbelievable.
So, being Kenny from the great beyond.
Damn. Also, okay, in memoriam for 2023. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Norman Lear. You know what I say? Who? Never in my life heard of him. Who?
Important guy. Invented television comedy the way it is.
Sitcoms, right?
Sitcoms, yeah.
Which one?
All in the Family.
Don't know it.
It was well before our time, but he was,
Sandra Day O'Connor. Yeah, could do without it.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry, we know the deal. We know the vibes.
Yeah.
We know where I stand on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Turner. Great. Half these names, I was like Googling like who died in 2023. And then I was like, oh, they died? Didn't even know. Jerry Springer, Tony Bennett, Lisa Marie Presley.
A lot of people died this year.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman.
It's a bummer of a year, huh?
Bob Barker.
Sinead
O'Connor. Never have I ever pretended I was moved by someone's work more than when she died. I didn't even know who the fuck she was when she was during her heyday. Like I wasn't tapped into that. But then when she died, I like saw her reel and I was like, this is amazing. And I posted, I go, incredible talent, come too soon.
When she died, there were a lot of Sinead fans that I had no idea. I had not a single person to talk about Sinead O'Connor
a single
in decades.
person had
and then all of a sudden.
Out the woodwork.
Yeah.
I did like that rap she did about the Irish though. She's like, when you're in the potato farming, but really what it is it's racism and the government is coming to take out the working man and the government, something like that. If you could...
You want me to find it?
Can we play it? I don't know.
Why not?
Okay.
At this point...
Sinead O'Connor, Irish rap.
Sinead O'Connor.
I'll trim out the parts where it's dead air.
Is it called Famine?
It might
Does that sound right?
It's a live performance. She's going, and the mothers and the fathers and the taters and the two. What? Because you don't even know what the Catholic Church is doing to you. And the Pope's coming for you. And
all right, we're gonna play this. I have no idea if it's what you want, but this is live radio. This is what we're NPR today.
Let's have it. Sounds right so far. Okay.
That's rap.
Here we go. Yeah, and the potatoes and the farmers and the female too. Come on, girl, hit me.
Okay, I want to talk about Ireland. Specifically, I want to talk about the famine, about the fact that there never really was one. There was no famine. See, Irish people were only allowed to eat potatoes. All of the other food, meat, fish, vegetables, were shipped out of the country under armed guard to England while the Irish
fuck the English, bro. Fuck England.
Then, in the middle of all this, they gave us money not to teach our children Irish. And so we lost our history. This is what I think is still hurting we. You see, we're like a child that's being battered, has to drive itself out of its head because it's frightened.
That's the alcoholism of the Irish culture.
Feelings, but they lose contact with the memory. And this leads to massive self-destruction, alcoholism, drug addiction, all desperate attempts at running. And in its worst form becomes actual killing. And if there ever is going to be healing, there has to be remembering and then grieving.
All right, that's enough.
So that the then can be forgiving.
That rips, huh?
That does rip. Good for her.
Yeah,
I mean, she was ahead of her time, right?
I never felt so seen as an Irish woman as those lyrics, okay? Because fuck the English.
Fuck the big facts.
It's really all their fault.
Yeah. Everything?
And she's talking about they wouldn't let us remember that to be Irish, so we had to beat our head against the walls. See?
Yeah.
You
Rest in peace.
Angus Cloud is dead. That's sad. I wonder if they're ever going to make another Euphoria. I bet this ends with they're not going to make another one. After Sam Levinson had that debacle with The Idol.
Oh, man, that thing was bad.
And then the death of Angus Cloud. And then everyone's becoming such a star now. It's like, I don't know if they're going to go back to do another Euphoria.
Yeah. I mean, Sydney Sweeney's doing movies now, right?
Yeah.
So.
Her and her... Never mind. I don't know what I was going to say.
Nice. It's going to be a cut.
That's a cut. Oh, I'm celebrating. Okay, so 2023, big thing in 2023 for me was my new relationship with the NBA.
Yes.
The Basketball Association. What is it? National Basketball Association?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, the top of the year is when I started watching basketball, and now I'm considered one of the foremost scholars in this room.
I will be honest with you, one of the foremost scholars in this room. You do know quite a bit about basketball for having only watched it for a year.
I know. Anytime I get into a topic, I just know everything about it.
Diving.
What?
You're diving right in.
Yeah, I just need to know everything about it. But I also, with no context, I couldn't tell you where any of these people came from or anything that happened before February 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But if it happened after February 2023, I'm going to tell you all the little side plots, everything. Now, you see Big Mitch for the... Sorry, guys. Just quick Knicks talk. Big Mitch is out for the year.
Yeah, I saw they're going to sit him down. It's a bummer. But
Mitchell,
that means our boy Hartenstein's getting more minutes.
Big Mitch is Mitchell Robinson, who is the center for the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
You know what, though? He's not... I'm just going to say he's not good.
He is.
Why are we acting? Everyone's commenting, there goes the season, there goes the season. It's like, babe, the seasons are... The season never was to be, first of all. With or without Big Mitch. Second of all, he's all... See, here's the thing. Here's why I know more than your average Knicks fan.
Tell me.
Because these Knicks fans, they're brainwashed because they've been loving this team since they were a kid.
Yeah.
Me, don't care.
Right.
Also, Knicks fans only watch the Knicks games. Me, I watch every team's games. So I know that he's not a good center. Because other team centers, not only, yes, Knicks fans are like, he gets 10 offensive rebounds a game, bro. Okay, guess what? Every center does it, and they also get 10 to 20 points a game.
No,
guess what Mitch gets? Guess what Mitch gets? Goose egg. 0 points.
He does not score points, but those rebounds and those blocks, that not every center in the league does that.
Yes, they do.
Who?
Every single Jonas Valanciunas. Okay,
he's not. He
puts up the 20 points and look up his stats.
He scores more than Mitch for sure.
Yeah, and he gets all the rebounds.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Okay, did you think I was going to say Jonas Valanciunas? No, but I already know. Okay, Big Mitch. One thing I do love about Big Mitch is that he gets kind of drunk and emo on social media. Mm-hmm. When it came out that he was going to be out for the whole season, he just posted, quote, "I just don't get it. I do everything I'm asked when it comes to my body, and this shit still happens. What the fuck? Another year, another disappointment." End quote.
He's relatable. He is all of us.
I know. He is. He's very Drake.
Yeah.
I do respect that. Yes. Last year he would post man, seems like I'm just out here for cardio sometimes. When am I going to get the ball, coach?
Valanciunas averaging 7.4 rebounds per game.
Okay.
And 14.9 points. He does score more points than Mitch.
So every center makes rebounds, and they also make points. I've had enough of this this insanity of the Knicks fans. This insanity of we can't trade RJ Barrett.
Well,
he's a sweet kid, but he's got to go.
Who do you want, Frex? I'm curious.
Who do I want?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I don't disagree with you that Knicks fans are very into RJ, and they could probably part with some of these ways.
They're nuts. These people are nuts.
I haven't heard anyone say he's gotta go.
He's gotta go. This is the most, you can't even see. I'm also looking at it from they're so inconsistent. You can't even bet on them because RJ Barrett could get 20 points, 27 points, or 4.
Yeah.
4 points.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be one of the best players. I'm not sure exactly how sports work, but this can't be it. This can't be the best we got. This is New York fucking City.
Yeah.
Not only that, we need a new dance team. Those kids dancers were amazing.
The kids dance, yeah.
The Knicks City kids dancers were fantastic. There was this toddler. She was 3 years old.
Had to be.
She had to be 3 years old. She was killing it.
Yeah.
Best dancer I've ever seen. I'll put a video on the YouTube while I say this. I have the video of the kids.
Yeah.
But the other girls, I'm nah, they're good. They're good. They're okay.
I thought that the kids dance team was better than the Knicks City dancers.
That's what I'm saying. And I go, this is New York fucking City.
Yeah.
And we're talking about RJ Barrett and the Knicks City Dancers. What are we going to do with this franchise? First of all, Tibbs, he's got to go. Has he ever
gotten like Tibbs either?
Has he ever gotten laid? He's ruining people's careers.
Yeah, Tibbs runs a lot of veteran players into the ground.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
We need to get someone on here who is involved with the logistics of team travel, because I have a lot of questions.
Like the Knicks traveling secretary?
It doesn't have to be Knicks, but it has to be NBA.
Okay.
So that guy Evan Fournier, who's on the Knicks, they don't let him play. They do not allow him to play.
Right.
But he still has to travel everywhere.
Yeah.
And he still has to be practicing.
Yeah, he's on the team.
So he has to warm up, but he knows he's never going to play.
He's there in case someone else gets hurt, really. That's like his role.
Okay, do they drive themselves to the arena? When it's a home game?
Yeah.
Where do they park?
The MSG's got like a parking.
Okay, so they have like
garage.
a special entrance?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
I used to see some of when I worked at MSG in 2 Penn, that was like the Mello days. I saw Mello had this sick like Ferrari that he would like drive into
He would drive into MSG.
It was awesome. Yeah. These guys had crazy cars.
Now, if it's like, so like last night, the Knicks played at the Nets Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Knicks players drive themselves to the Nets Stadium?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think once basically the team will get you to the city.
Yeah.
You go on like a team plane or a team
Do they have
bus.
private planes?
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think so.
Okay. I just need to know, like when they sit down and they are drinking their little water bottle, do they get one water bottle that's theirs per game? Or is it just like there's tons of water bottles and every time they sit down they get a new one?
I don't know.
And who's the little like ball boy who's keeping track of like, oh, this is Brunson's water bottle. I'm going to mark it with his name, put it here, and the next time he comes out, I'm going to get it. Then they go in the game, they throw their clothes behind them. These are just questions I have.
Yeah.
I don't know if the audience cares about
so
this.
you're in on the minutia of how the NBA.
Yeah, I'm just
team runs.
interested.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that before.
Yeah.
But now I be thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should all be asking these questions.
This is why I have anxiety. Oh, did you see the is it too much basketball talk?
No.
Okay, good. Did you see the Anthony Edwards scandal? So funny.
Tell me.
Okay, so Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's a really good player.
Yeah.
He's on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Even though I quit the league 'cause it's unjust.
Yeah.
It is. It's unjust.
Why?
I said fuck you because I said fuck you. I quit this league because they said I could be number 7 to pick, and then I ended up being number 12.
That's not good. Not where you want to draft.
This is so boring. This is never mind. Okay, so Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards got a girl pregnant, and she just posted the screenshots of him being like, "Hell no, get an abortion." And she sends him the picture of the pregnancy test, and he goes, "Hell no, can't do this." And she's like, "That's kind of mean." And he's like, "Get an abortion, LOL." And she's like, "Okay, but I've already had one, and it kind of like messed me up." He's like, "I don't care."
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
He said, "Get an abortion, LOL."
Yeah, literally. And then it goes back and forth for a while, and he's like, "I'll send you money, but you need to send me a video of you taking the abortion pills." So he sends $100,000, and then she kind of stops responding and just says, "Send a video." Send a video. She keeps writing over and over, "Send a video."
No, I didn't see any of this.
So
this
now,
is wild.
I only saw it because "send a video" was trending on Twitter. So I go, "What's that about?" But he doesn't seem to care. He did a little statement saying, you know, like women should be in charge of their own bodies, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
My big causes of the year. Did you have any humanitarian causes this year?
Not that I actually acted on.
Okay.
So no, I guess.
Well, obviously the big one is emailing my reps for a ceasefire.
Yes.
I did that, and I'm not like the email your reps type of person. I've only done it maybe one other time, but I've been doing it lately. I would like a ceasefire. This has got to stop.
I agree with you.
So that was one of my causes this year, but my big cause was handsoffmyrewards.com. I was fed an ad for handsoffmyrewards.com.
Okay.
While I was listening, I think I was listening to like Bill Simmons' podcast. Maybe.
Okay.
So apparently there's this bill that's taking aim at credit card rewards points.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get online. I had to sign the petition. Credit card.
Wait, I need more than that.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you. The Credit Card Competition Act. There's a bipartisan effort to fuck with our credit card points and rewards programs. So credit card rewards are funded, at least in part, by fees that merchants pay. When you use a credit card to make a purchase, the retailer is charged somewhere around 1 to 3% of the transaction amount in order to accept your payment and have it processed. It's called an insert charge, aka swipe fee, blah, blah, blah. The Credit Card Competition Act would require the banks of a certain size give merchants more choice when it comes to, incomprehensible what they're saying here.
Yeah,
but basically what's happening is they're coming for our credit card points.
Okay.
So I got right on the site and I signed the petition because proponents say that the credit card swipe fees that the businesses pay, that this bill will reduce or remove that 1 to 3% fee that the businesses pay every time you use your card. That's what the proponents of the bill say. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So they're saying this is for the merchants. They're saying this is for the businesses. And opponents are saying, no way, because they're saying, I'm stupid. I confuse myself. The proponents are saying...
Go ahead, let's get through it.
Okay, I got to get there. They're saying that if the businesses get a less of a fee on these credit card transactions, that in turn, the cost of the goods will come down, because right now the prices are inflated to make up for the fact that they're also paying this credit card fee.
Right.
So this bill is saying this will bring down prices for consumers. But proponents are saying no way the businesses are going to, they're just going to keep the money and then not lower the prices. And then our rewards programs are funded by these fees. So this could mean that our rewards programs are going to dry up, and we can't have that. This is the United States of America. I'm coming down firmly, official stance of the pod, on the side of the major credit cards.
You hear that, Capital One?
Yeah. Do you hear that, babe? I'm with her, and her is Visa.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, it makes sense that they would, obviously, none of those rewards are actually coming from the goodwill of any bank or credit card.
Of course
it's like
not.
funded in a separate way.
Of course not.
And then it makes sense that eventually we would lose any incentives to using credit cards. Just like how Uber used to be cheaper. And then all of a sudden, you get people addicted to using the stuff. And then you take away any benefits.
Well, so like with this, like with anything, you have to go, okay, what's the real story here? Because nobody's telling you the truth. Not handsoffmyreward.com and not Dick Durbin, who wrote the bill.
Right.
Okay, so neither side is going to tell you what's really up. So you have to go, okay, what's this really about?
Right.
So some people are saying, and I guess that this bill would really just benefit companies like Target and Walmart and these massive superstores, where in some way it would incentivize you to get like a Target credit card that you could use at Target and just start shopping there. I don't know how it would incentivize that, so I'm not sure.
Because you would get specific Target rewards, right?
I guess that's how it would
cashback
work.
at Target, or I don't know what they offer.
Yeah, instead of this general blanket across the board rewards, something like that. But I'm going, I just don't know. But I'll say this. I'm really disappointed with businesses. Especially mom and pops.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Well, there is something called the cost of doing business, is there not?
Yes.
Some things are the cost of doing business. Now, restaurants, loyal service worker here. Okay. I feel they're getting a little out of control. So now they're adding, now you pay the fee.
Yeah.
And they're like open about that. Then now you pay the credit card fee. And don't you just start to feel like you're getting a little taken advantage of? There's something called the cost of doing business. That's your responsibility. That's the business's responsibility.
But why? Okay, so counterpoint. Why is there not a cost of doing business for the consumer? Because the cost
I don't
is already
do business. It's their business.
Sure,
they're in business. I'm not in business.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, listen, I don't love having to pay. My dad, literally this summer, we went to dinner in Jersey somewhere, and they put it on the tab.
Yeah.
Then they told him you're paying the 3% or whatever it was, and my dad threw a fit, and my mom was just like, "Alan, this is just what they do now. Get used to it."
But I think he's right to.
Yeah.
Even like I noticed, like people tip less because they feel they're pissed. They feel they're being taken advantage of. I see it all the time when I work.
Right, and that tipping is kind of what I was saying with Uber too. I think the tipping less you're going to see that across the board for all of these services, because obviously, if Uber is more expensive or DoorDash is more expensive, like they just passed the new bill in New York that you can't tip on DoorDash now before you get the food. So
really?
So it used to be you'd add the tip on and then the food would just show up. But half the time your food would show up all fucked up. The pizza's like on its side or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
So now whatever bill just passed, you can't tip on DoorDash until after the fact. It's already so expensive. Mm-hmm. I would be willing to bet people are just like, thanks for the food.
Yeah, that's like the same thing with Uber.
Right.
Like Uber's not a big tipping platform.
Exactly.
But the way that they sold us Uber to begin with was like no tip. This is included. Oh God, here we go. Sorry.
It was like a fast tracked version of getting a cab. If you live in New York, obviously, all of a sudden, and the strep is back.
No. I had to take a seltzer.
But if you live in New York, all of a sudden you have, you literally just put it on your phone. A car comes, it's all paid for. Like this, you don't have to worry about swiping the card at the end or whatever. Kind of sell you on convenience, and it used to be cheaper. You remember Uber Pools?
Fucking amazing.
Oh, those are gone.
Yeah, well, this whole congestion pricing thing is just driving me crazy. I got into a yellow cab the other day in a fit of desperation, of course. I had to get $20 very quickly.
Yeah.
And just getting in the cab, it starts at $7.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It should be $7 for this ride.
Yeah.
It starts at $7. Honestly, it only ended up being like 12, so it's like, okay, that's not...
But it should have been 4.
Correct.
5.
I don't know. Now we just sound old. I guess we have to accept that, like, yeah, prices go up, but there's something about this credit card fee at the restaurant that just feels deeply unjust.
Yeah.
Like people like when I'm waitressing, people go, it's kind of fucked. I go, I know it is kind of fucked. I don't agree with it, but it's a money grab.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my cause. Oh, the DoorDash thing brings me to my last cause of the year. I'm dying. E-bikes.
Ah.
Very bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Very bad.
Yeah. Kenny.
My friend, was it an e-bike?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know all the details. I've heard that they're investigating it, and there's a chance that his e-bike malfunctioned, and that's why he crashed. But I don't know all the details, so it's speculative.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, the e-bikes, my friend Fawn, listener of the pod, shout out to her. I mentioned she's always posting anti-e-bike content. Mm-hmm. And so one time I was like, I'm with you. I'm not really liking these bikes.
Yeah.
And now she like forwards me all these citizen groups about the e-bikes. I'm like, I'm not that serious about it. I'm not joining I'm not going to like a Congress meeting about this.
Yeah.
But something's got to be done. Right outside there was an old 66-year-old woman was just killed right outside the bar I work at.
On a bike?
No, she was hit by an e-bike.
Oh, she was hit by an e-bike.
By one of those guys with the delivery.
Oh.
Just
brutal.
whipping the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, more end of the year content.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
All right, welcome back from break. We are doing our year in review. This is our most aggressively chill episode to date. I am recovering from a death-defying illness. Sebastian is down with COVID. It's just me and producer Mike here. How was your year? In 30 words or less, please.
My year was fine, I guess. That was 6.
I love it. We haven't done in a while Emma's Corner, which I was thinking we would do Emma's Corner year-end edition. Ready? So, Emma's Corner year-end. Numbers of the year. There's a few.
Okay.
339. You know why? Because that is the number of subscribers I need on YouTube so we can monetize. Smash that subscribe. You know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
Okay, next number. 1. That is the number of mistakes that Instagram allows you to make before they ruin your life. Take your money, take your privileges, put you in the doghouse and throw away the key. 1 mistake.
Are you still in the doghouse?
Still in the doghouse.
Ugh. Tragic.
Not that I fucking posted in weeks anyway.
Well, they don't have to know that.
Yeah, they don't need to know. They need to free me. What did I mean by this? I wrote 47,000.
What could that be?
And then I wrote passive income dollars I made this year.
That's a lot. Passive income? That's a lot of good passive income.
Okay, ready? 10. Days vape free.
Hey.
I wonder if I'll make it to 11, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, ready? Color of the year. According to Pantone. Is that how you say it? Pantone? The color company. I don't know. Viva Magenta was the color of 2023 because it is brave and fearless, exuberance that promotes joyous and optimistic celebration. Not sounding like my 2023. Not ringing a bell for me, Pantone. Not the nail on the head for me.
No.
Pantone says next year's color, 2024, is peach fuzz. This soft, heartfelt hue expresses the desire to nurture kindness, compassion, and connection, all while fostering a deep coziness as we seek a peaceful future. Yeah, like split screen with just Gaza. And they're like, this year's color is peach fuzz. It's cozy. It's warm. Nice. We're so happy. Sandwich of the year. The tie. One I had in March, chicken cutlet, mozzarella, broccoli rabe, drizzle balsamic.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Tied with the meatball slider from the Borgata. It was also very good.
I've never had it, but I'm getting a picture in my head, and it looks good, man. You love the Borgata.
Oh, I know. Oh, Borgata was a big thing for me this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I went twice, and I'll probably go 100 more times.
You're hooked now.
I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I think it's where I'm going to go anytime I need to be happy.
I love that.
How many times have you been in the Borgata?
5.
That's
probably.
a good amount.
Yeah. I honestly would like to go more, but it's, when you go to AC, you need to be prepared to lose like several $100s that weekend. Minimum.
Yeah. Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum. Hottie of the year. Ready? My man.
Yo.
8 years in a row. My man. Okay. That concludes Emma's Corner. Let's do some top headlines.
That was a success.
2023.
Emma's Corner. Knocked it out of the park.
Oh, of course. Listen. Oh, I asked, here's some top headlines. Let's do a year in rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Trip down memory lane, as they say. I'm sorry. I'm not 100% today. My brain's a little puzzled.
Oh, you're doing great though, Frex.
This is only the second human interaction I've had in 10 days.
It's going better than the first.
The first one I had was on the way in here. I ran into Dryo, shout out to her. And I didn't even realize I hadn't really spoken to anybody until I started speaking to her. I was like, oh, this is not going good. I was like, oh my God, hey. She's like, you going to Mike's? I'm like, I'm going to the basement. She's like, yeah. I'm like, are you going home for the holidays? She was like, yeah, DC. What about you? I was like, I don't know, actually. I live here. So no, I'm not going anywhere for the holidays. I was like, all right, see you around. And you go, wow, that was a D- social interaction.
Ugh.
All right. Headlines of the year. Bills Damar Hamlin dies and is revived on the field. That's how the year started. Remember that?
Yes, I do. And I thought that you know the conspiracy, right?
No.
There's a conspiracy
Of course, I need
theory
to hear it immediately.
that he's not, the anti-vaxxers think that he died because he took the vaccination. Okay. And then there's like a fake Damar Hamlin walking around. That's where I thought you were going at first. For months, they were like, nobody's actually seen this guy's face.
Wow. No, we have seen his face, though.
Yes, of course. He's alive and well, and we're happy for him.
That's wild. That train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio. Remember that?
Yep.
That was terrible. U.S. shot down Chinese spy balloon February 4th. That was a big one. I think that was Super Bowl day. Is that possible?
That feels like it was 5 years ago. It's crazy that happened this year.
Dude, that was this year.
Yeah, I know. Isn't
that
nuts.
crazy?
Yeah.
I remember that day because I remember I was going to work and I just posted like, imagine just reciting what I posted. Well, I'm going to do it. I was like, oh, okay, so we're going to war and we're going to die, but should I take an acting class or not? Just like, what other dumb shit can I worry about? Because it is over for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this I don't remember. March 12th, the regional banks fail.
Yes.
Prompting federal intervention. Don't remember that. Maybe because I don't have any fucking money. Didn't affect me.
It affected me. Hours started.
Really?
Yes. Not to say too much, but at iHeart, my freelance hours got capped. Not cut, but capped.
Because of the banks?
Officially, I'm not sure, but it happened right after that. And I think it was because a lot of corporations had money tied up in some of those banks. And I think there was fear that was just sort of the tip of the iceberg, that like they were going to go and then other banks were going to start doing the same thing.
And nothing bad has really happened yet.
Well,
I mean, it will.
There was just that fear about inflation for months, and it seems like they've kind of gotten it under control. But the beginning of the year, it was just like, how high is inflation going to go and how much money are people going to spend? We were kind of looking at like another potential financial crisis.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like a bad sign, you know. Here we are, 2024.
I know. Now, okay, well, we'll get to hope for the future at the end, but Taylor Swift, obviously the big story of the year, begins the Eras Tour, huge.
Yep.
Donald Trump, first president indicted for a crime. That was fun. You know what's funny? It's like when that happened, I wasn't even affected. I was like, oh, I thought this already happened.
Yep. Same.
And for some reason, I can't seem to care.
Yep.
I just want this all to stop. I just don't want to hear about this.
Yeah. Well, get ready because we'll get to 2024 in a minute, but
it's going to be rough.
Guess what you're going to be hearing about a lot.
Oh, boy. Okay. Obviously, the strike was catastrophic. Lionel Messi comes to America, signs with Inter Miami.
Yeah.
I was only excited about that because I had gotten into the World Cup.
Right.
I had never heard about Messi before this year.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, you're a new sports fan.
The biggest star in the world, though. But he makes our sports guys look like complete broke losers.
Yeah, a lot of money. He's getting his deal for the MLS. He's getting a piece of the Apple TV money. He's like super rich.
Very, very rich.
Yeah.
Wildfires in Hawaii. Yeah. The Titan submersible. That was a big one.
That was a big one.
That was huge.
Yeah.
That was like the dumbest one.
We did a great episode of this show on that.
That was like, oh yeah, that was a big. Hey, this is a good episode.
At Sea episode, one of my favorites.
Okay, summer 2023 was declared the hottest on record. Didn't feel that way to me.
It did to me.
Really?
I was going to say not surprising to me.
Really? President Joe Biden's son Hunter charged by federal grand jury. Yo, you see that dick though? Huge.
Packing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of those?
No.
The laptop content?
No, it's a story that I've kind of tried to stay away from. I know that he's out of control, but
it's hard to watch. But then it's also like you have to see like at least one or two.
Yeah,
because he's wild.
Yeah. He's like the party boy to the umpth degree, right?
He's like a nepo baby, rich kid, just off the chains.
Yeah,
just dick out, crack pipe in the mouth, living his best life.
Oh, so wild.
I mean, I don't even care. I'm just like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then obviously the biggest story, the story that ends all stories, October 7th. Hamas, Israel, Gaza. Now here's this.
Mm-hmm.
So then all those stories are like the main top stories of the year. Then you go to NPR and you go, what are NPR's top stories?
Tell me.
Okay. Ready? Number 1. There's no whiskeys in bottles of Fireball cinnamon. So customers are suing for fraud.
Okay.
You know how those Fireball bottles have been sold in convenience stores lately?
The little ones?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's only because they're only allowed to sell them there because there's no whiskey in them.
So there's no booze at all?
It's malt liquor in those little ones.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's how they get away with it.
Yeah.
Whereas like real Fireball is whiskey.
Right.
But anyway, number 2, Tucker Carlson ousted at Fox News. Number 3, this is upsetting. Baby bison euthanized after being handled by a Yellowstone guest and rejected by herd. Why is that number 3?
That's insane.
It's insane.
That's the first I've heard about that.
That's insane. Number 4. This is huge. U.S. recovered non-human biologics. That was a big one. The biologics from the UFO crash.
Yeah. That is huge. How is that not higher than the buffalo?
That's what I'm saying. Baby buffalo euthanized. Handled by a Yellowstone guest. When I was a kid, my mom told me the story about like never touch a bird because its mom will reject it. And I lived in fear of accidentally touching a bird. Such an irrational fear.
Yeah. Well, yeah, why would you ever?
My mom like gave me the dumbest content. Like she gave me the dumbest fucking lessons. Yeah. She made me read a book about, she made me read The Little Match Girl when I was a kid. I never recovered.
What was The Little Match Girl? Was that a
It's
Grimm
about
story?
this girl. Yeah, it's about this little girl who's freezing to death and she's going around selling matches and she's looking in the windows of everyone having like a Christmas feast and it's snowing outside. She's looking at all these families, blah, blah, blah. And then finally she's sitting there and then she sees her grandmother and it's because she's dying. She starts like lighting the matches to warm herself and then her grandmother comes and takes her away to heaven. My mom had me read that as a kid. I was so emotionally affected. I cried for like months. Then she made me read a book about little baby Jesus.
Yeah.
I was really affected by that story as well. I was like, they killed him for being nice? He was being nice.
That's so funny. That's such a kid's way to look at that story.
They killed him because he was so nice. He was so nice. I remember weeping. And then she's telling me, don't touch baby birds because it'll be rejected.
Yeah.
How about you tell me how to make some fucking money?
Yeah.
What is this? What are these lessons?
Trust me. I wish I learned that lesson from my parents too. They didn't have it to teach.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
It was all theoretical.
Yeah.
My dad would have a wad of cash sometimes. He'd be like, this is Puma's money.
It doesn't shock me that your dad would have a pocket full of cash.
Well, he briefly owned a restaurant.
Yeah.
Not briefly, actually. It was a good amount of time. But he basically bought it all with credit because he didn't have any money to start off with. And then there were some nice restaurants, but it ended up not working out. But he would just have the restaurant's money in his pocket. And this guy Puma worked at the restaurant, and he would take it out the money and he'd be like, this is Puma's money.
Jeez. So he was walking around with the bankroll from the restaurant in his pocket?
Just to feel secure because this
Dude,
is when people are come from poverty because he grew up poor. So he's I have to have the money
that
in my pocket.
Hilarious. Yeah. Hilarious and once again, not surprising.
Yeah. So he'd be like, this is Puma's money. I'm like, can I please have some money? I have to take the SATs. He's like, sorry, this is Puma's money.
Just imagine your dad with the bankroll,
yeah,
licking the finger, being like, all right, here, go take the SATs.
What else? Oh, AI is the big story of the year. And Ozempic. I'm thinking about getting Ozempic. Do you want to go on it with me?
No.
Okay.
What are you going to take Ozempic for?
I want to lose 10 pounds.
Come on, girl.
Come on, girl. All right. What else? I asked AI to write our year in review.
Okay.
This is AI generated year in review. 2023. A year of unprecedented challenges and remarkable resilience.
Yeah.
As we bid farewell to another eventful year, it's time to reflect on the highs and lows, the triumphs and tribulations that shaped 2023. This year will undoubtedly be etched in our memories as a time of unparalleled challenges and remarkable resilience. Mm-hmm. Join us as we take a journey through the major events that defined 2023. And then it goes on and it just lists two things. COVID-19, wrong year.
Yeah, right.
And climate change.
Okay. Could fill that in any year, basically.
But saying that COVID-19 was the big story of this year is...
No.
AI will not replace us, okay? It will. We're done.
This is year one of AI.
I know.
Remember when AI all of a sudden became a conversation? It was January.
It happened so quick.
So quick. So this is phase one of AI. By the end of next year, we're going to be looking at this and being like, wow, they're catching up pretty quick.
I had free AI write this for me. Maybe that's why this sucks.
Because it's free?
It is free.
Yeah, you're not getting the good stuff.
The year started with the world grappling with the devastating effects of COVID-19. Wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
Wrong year.
Yeah.
Although people are still a little enamored with the COVID-19 still.
But it's not
they got to drop it.
Yeah, but it's not those 2 years of the pandemic where it was dire. People not going home because they get sick or whatever.
Yeah, but some people want it to be that right now, and I just have to tune those people out.
Yeah.
Some people want it to pop back off.
Yeah,
you can just tell they miss it.
Yeah.
I miss it sometimes too. Oh, I might have it right now. Oh, that's fun.
I hope you don't.
Imagine. No, but even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. And then you get it, and you'd go home, and you wouldn't tell your family.
Probably not.
Because we're over it.
At this point, I don't know that I would even test. I would just be like, I'm sick.
Yeah, why are we even testing? It's like a sickness.
Yeah.
Now I sound crazy. I've just had enough. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, all in all, I think the prophecy was true. Some years ask questions and some years answer. 2023, we asked the questions. Was it my best year? No, it was not. Not even top 5. Not even top 50. This is not even in my top 50 years.
But you haven't lived 50. But you know.
I know. It's not going to hit top 50. It's not top 50. But I had to do a lot of building blocks work this year.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say this. As 2022 was ending, I said, what do I want to do 2023? And the only thing I really said was start a podcast. Success.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, baby.
Cha-ching.
Now, what do we want for 2024? Get someone to listen to the podcast.
We got a little bass shout out.
Yeah, we got a bass shout out. Oh, thank you so much for everyone who's been with us on this journey. I've really been enjoying it. Mike's been enjoying it.
Of course.
This has been a great source of joy for me.
Me too. Honestly, I feel the same. It's been a little bit of a wonky year, but one of the bright spots is that I specifically this show, I've enjoyed working with you and on it, and I think that we'll blow it up in 2024, hopefully.
Yeah. Should we do some to take us out? Maybe some what's the word, manifestations about what we'd like to see for the show or for ourselves. Yeah,
because let's be positive. I feel like we've had a little bit of an Irish year where we've been a little.
Oh yeah, you're right. We probably need to change. Well, we say that all the time, but we never do.
But yeah, let's manifest and be positive.
I'm like, play Sinead's song again. The Irish, he was looking in the potato farms. It never happened.
Yeah, let's be a little more Italian.
You're right.
We take out 2023.
You're right.
You know,
you're right. Oh, I am 1% Italian, so let me get in touch with that.
Yeah.
2024. So for the show, I would love to get the YouTube popping. So I need 339 more subscribers so we can get monetized there. That would be huge for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then start making other secondary content like little sketches or other little videos for the YouTube. That would be great. That's a goal. What else should my goals be? For
this show specifically, we need a true blue first loyal sponsor.
Yes,
we need somebody, even if it's like a local New York business that wants to advertise on the show. We got to start with one and build that relationship and build together.
Yeah. And I'll wear their t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'll sit here in the t-shirts and the hat. We'll plug them all the time. It'll be more than just reading an ad. I'll be plugging them because something that if you've been following me for a while, you know when I love a product, I put it all over the place for free.
She sells it.
I really do. People start to associate me with my products.
Right. So this
they really
year,
do, and I'm not getting paid for most of them. Okay.
So this year, instead of doing it for free, we want to do it for a little bit of money.
I get people clicking buy. I know I do. People are like, "Oh, I just bought that because I saw it."
100%.
So
people should reach out, either DM you or
a deli.
A deli would be great. A restauant. How great would it be
to be sponsored by a restaurant?
Yeah.
Let's manifest that. That'd be amazing.
That'd be great. Yeah.
That would be amazing. Do restaurants even do that? I don't know.
Of course they do. We just have to be we have to be aggressive, or if there's somebody that owns a New York City restaurant here. Listen, we love our local small businesses.
Yeah, we do.
So that would be a big one for us, I think.
Yeah. I'm just thinking how much I like that. Okay, so I think that's on the manifest board for sure. That's on the vision board.
Yeah.
A loyal grassroots sponsor. I would love to do a Blue Chew ad, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But more than that, I would love to walk in here wearing a t-shirt of our first sponsor.
Listen, man, that was the best coming from radio. You had local sponsors, and then we'd have local parties with the advertisers, and it would be like Autoland.
Yeah,
Autoland. Mark Malusis
Pep
and all those guys.
Boys.
Yeah. All these guys that just did or Fairway Markets. You'd have all these sponsors that were just kind of local people that loved what we did and wanted to, advertise to New York City. And there's something beautiful about it. New York sponsors, there's personality.
Yeah.
We love it.
Okay. So that's huge. Oh, there's a Zeppeli shop that just opened on my block. Maybe they want to advertise.
Let's do it.
I'm going to talk to them.
Let's ask them.
I'm going to talk to them.
Yeah.
They own Di Stefano Steakhouse too.
Oh.
This is our brand.
Oh my God. Down the street. We love them.
Okay. All right. Now, for the listeners.
Yeah.
I want you to have a great year too. I want you to be hot and rich. And if that's not available, the next best thing. Whatever that may be. But I want it to be really good. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen, no, we're hoping for the best for ourselves. but we're also hoping for the best for you.
Yeah.
Because we're family here. That's what I heard.
Yeah, we are. And we're hoping the best for the world. Although I think we're going to have more of an effect on our immediate circles that we can have on the world. Although I will continue to email my Congress people. A little out of character, but I will.
Got it.
I'll do it.
Got to get the ceasefire.
All right. Thank you so much for spending today with us. Thank you for spending this year with us. We may or may not be off next week. We have to figure out the schedules. So we'll see you next week or we'll see you in 2 weeks. I love you very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mike. Get well soon, Seb. Peace.